I'm going to come back to my preferences and I'm going to change it back to quantity to give me the warning when it exceeds the quantity available. The reason why I like this one is because, like I told you guys, quantity on hand versus quantity available can be different. And I want to know, as a salesperson entering sales orders, what I have available to sell. Okay, so let me hit OK. And then we're going to go through a scenario of a customer calls and they place an order for 50 widget 3s. So you can, of course, go through this. You can go through your home screen and create the sales order, or if you like your drop down, whichever one you prefer. So the first thing I want to do is I want to create a sales order. And I always recommend starting from a sales order because this is where inventory reporting starts when we talk about quantity on hand versus quantity available. Inside of QuickBooks, you can create an estimate. But if you are managing inventory, I recommend always changing and converting that estimate to a sales order because, again, that's where the reporting happens to be able to show what is available to be sold. And this is also going to help when we need to order. What do I need to order based on what is available? Okay, so let's create the transaction in a file. So I'm going to create a sales order. I want to choose my customer again. We said it's going to be for a widget 3. And we said that they want to order 50. Okay, now the first thing that you see pop up is it tells me I only have 5 available to sell. Okay, so that's our first kind of warning to say, hey, we can't fulfill this order. Okay, I'm going to hit OK. I'm going to save it. Now, when I save a sales order, this is what we call a non-posting transaction. This means that there is no financial impact when it's saved. I always tell clients, think of it as it's a contract between you and your customer for what the customer wants you to fulfill on their request. When we invoice the customer for this order, that is where the financial impact happens. So on an invoice, the invoice removes the quantity on hand or credits, if we want to talk accounting terms, credits the inventory asset and takes that dollar cost and debits or increases our cost of goods sold for that item. And then, of course, on our P&L side, we increase income and accounts receivable. Okay, so I'm going to go through and I'm going to create an invoice for this order. And as you can see, it's telling me again, hey, wait, you don't have enough to fulfill this order. But remember, I'm showing you what not to do. So I want to walk through the scenario of I'm going to just pretend I don't see this, and I'm going to go ahead and invoice. So okay, and you're going to see it allowed me to invoice because I said just warn me. Okay, so when I save this, I've now had the financial impact. I reduced my quantity on hand by 50, but remember, I only had 5 on hand. So let's go look at our inventory reporting and see what the results are for this transaction. So there's a couple of reports I want to show you.